to Anchored at Harbor Park CrossFit, a show dedicated to helping you find enrichment for the other 23 hours of your day outside of the gym. Here's your hosts, Jason, Dave, and Corian.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with episode 48 of Anchored at Harbor Park. I'm Coach Jason.
I'm Coach Dave.
Coach Corian.
And today we are talking about the upcoming changes with WODIFY. We had a quick episode a couple weeks ago on it, and we just want to give a few more updates as it rolls a little bit closer to the transition date. So today we're just going to give you a few more pieces of information, but before that, I believe we have an icebreaker.
Yeah. So this is a good one. What is the most scariest thing you've done for fun?
To save us time, I'll go back to, was it last summer when me, you, and Jared
Oh, yeah.
jumped off the ledge into the quarry?
Cliff jumping.
It wasn't even a huge jump, but it was still, you look down and it looks for forever, and you jump and you get that rush, and so that was probably for me, at least in recent history.
Yeah, also plus, we kind of had to scurry our way over there. We weren't really supposed to be over there.
I do not believe that's a legal activity, so don't tell on us.
That added an air of danger. Dave?
I don't know, probably it involved jumping into water, but the one that, I don't know, sticks out in my mind is the Tough Mudder, when I had to jump off the 20-foot into that deep water because I was going to bypass it and decided not to. And then, the same thing, I don't swim, so I freak out if I can't see the bottom, and I couldn't see the bottom because it was muddy, and just jumped off and swam as hard as I could. It was freaky.
All of us have jumping ones. Mine was skydiving. It was the best thing I've ever done. I can't wait to go again. I would do it. I would have done it right away again if I could have. As soon as my feet touched the ground, I was like, I want to go again. Because the whole anticipation of all of our things, leading up to it, is just so intimidating. But then once you get in it, it's just a ton of fun, and it's the fear of the unknown.
Yeah, I imagine that will one day be mine.
Yeah.
I do plan on doing it someday. Cool.
All right.
Shall we talk about WODIFY?
Not so scary.
Not so scary, no.
Dave, this is kind of your project you've been working on, so why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so WODIFY is going to be our new kind of athlete accounts and workout tracking app, basically. It's all in one system. So
basically, WODIFY is replacing MindBody and SugarWOD for us. Instead of two separate apps, it's going to be one app with all your information in it.
Yeah, so exactly. One app for everything. So getting rid of MindBody and SugarWOD. So it's a little bit of a transition period. That's the hardest part, is just transitioning between the two. But yeah, somebody brought it up to our attention that it gets confusing between the two. Why do we need two? And wait, why I need MindBody for what? And what do I need SugarWOD for? And just really got us thinking, why do we have two apps when this system is out there that can do everything that we need it to do for one? And sometimes MindBody can get a little confusing. It's good, but...
And if you're not really familiar with the CrossFit industry, or you haven't been in it for too long, WODIFY's kind of been around, and they're one of the few companies that are focused 100% on CrossFit. So, MindBody was originally made for yoga studios. So that's why it doesn't fit our needs 100%, where WODIFY, it's built for us as CrossFit gyms, so they understand the whole workout tracking and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and it should be better for everyone that you don't have to go back and forth between the two apps. You can log into class from WODIFY, and then you can go straight to the workout, log your score, look at your PR history or your
the one thing that I really liked was I was noticing, because I'm obviously testing it this week, so we just got it set up, and notice that it won't let you log your score if you're not logged into a class. So you have to log into the class first, because it'll tell you can't log a score because you haven't logged into a class. And then once you log into class, then it says, okay, now you can record your results. So I think that's kind of nice. So it'll alleviate some of the issues of people not logging into classes or forgetting to log into classes. The only thing is, if you don't log your score, then there's an issue. But I kind of like that. I was like, okay, so then we won't have issues of people forgetting to log in, and now we have their visit histories.
I assume we have open gym. If someone does it not during class time, they can still get credit for it.
Yes, correct.
I think one of the big things that prompted our decision is, like Jason said, WODIFY's been around for quite a long time in the CrossFit world. And when we were opening, there was a lot of things that we did that was unique for a CrossFit gym. And then eventually going to the 2 locations, everything like that. And at the time, WODIFY just did not have all the things, either did MindBody. And it was just which is the better for us at the time. But things change, things develop, just like we do. And now WODIFY does have all those things that we needed to do that are extra for the chiro, the massage therapists, our personal training sessions, and all those other things that we like to give. And so it's just one of those things that has developed, and now it's just time. So I do love SugarWOD, I'm not going to lie. So I'm a little sad, but
I wish that SugarWOD would have developed it into a system. I don't know why they never went that route.
Maybe they will someday.
Maybe.
But for now, we're trying to give the best experience for you guys. And again, like Dave said, someone brought it to our attention that it gets a little confusing for the 2 classes. So we're trying to simplify things for you guys.
Now, I do believe that, and we'll talk a little bit here as we get further out, but I do believe that SugarWOD is free for athletes, right?
You mean like to keep?
Yeah.
If they want to keep it?
I thought they could. It'll keep their scores. So
yeah.
That's one thing.
So you don't have to get rid of your SugarWOD by any means. We won't have like a gym account on there anymore. So you'll just be an independent athlete, but you won't like lose any of your data.
Yeah, you can
on there.
still keep track of all your stuff, and you can still see CrossFit HQ's workouts of the day, and there's a lot of people on there that you can follow for free, or like Jason said, just use it as your own tracking system. So if you want to do that, that's perfectly fine as well.
So then that gets us into what our plan is for rolling it out and when. Right now we're beta testing it, so a lot of the coaches just started today, just started working on it. And then I have a couple of ambassadors that are going to start logging in, so I just got Liz set up today to work on it. And I'll have a couple more just to give us feedback, see what's working, what's not, so we can work out some of the kinks and the bugs. And then our plan is, hopefully, end of March, early April, we'll start to roll it out completely. And I think I put a post out that you'll have the WODIFY kiosk for the logging in. Once you see those kind of go up and live, that's pretty much when we're going to roll it out.
And then just to clarify, the kiosk, so that'll be actually like physical in the gym.
Yes.
Like a check-in station, kind of like what we have for MindBody right now, but maybe a little bit different.
That was something else that prompted our decision, was those iPads that we have are starting to lose their charging capabilities, and they're getting outdated. So it was either we had to look at replacing those, or looking at this, and we had most of the equipment to be able to swap to this. And I kind of like the kiosk because it'll be a TV with a keyboard and all that stuff. So it's kind of nice.
Cool.
Yeah. I think some people were here on Sunday when they saw you swatting the TV out, and they're like, "What's Dave doing?" I'm like, well, WODIFY just needs a certain size TV for it to be optimal for viewing and everything like that. So I think a lot of people that are familiar with WODIFY, if you've come from other gyms or visited other gyms, kind of have a understanding of what it is. So far, I haven't heard any negatives. Everybody's pretty excited that we're going to that, because then when you travel, sometimes we talk about doing drop-ins at other gyms, and usually they're $20 like us. Otherwise, if you have a WODIFY account, sometimes they'll charge you less. So that's always exciting. Plus, it's easier then. Just like when people have MindBody, it's easy for them to drop into ours.
Yeah, and one of the other things that we made our decision a little bit nicer was all of our paper forms that we usually do, like our health histories, all that. Those paper documents are all now electronic, so they will file, and then it just eliminates a step for our staff to have to enter it later. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
So,
what should our athletes do to prepare?
Basically, once we're ready to roll out, we'll give a date. I'll send out an email, And obviously, I'll make a video post, probably a blog post as well, because it seems to go over really well when I hit all those avenues. But start kind of when you switch over, we'll notify you to create your account, and then you just make your account, and then you can start entering your scores from SugarWOD and entering in there, and then pretty much once we tell you, you get that confirmation email to create your account. That's kind of when we're going to roll it out.
Mm-hmm. And then they'll have some waivers and stuff that they'll have to sign, right?
So it'll prompt them right away to enter all that information.
Yeah. So our big help for us is going to be everything's going to be digital too. So that just saves us the expense and kind of ruining trees, having all that paperwork that we have to do, and then we end up entering it manually anyway. So it makes it a little bit easier for us to make sure that we're keeping all that paperwork in the same. You'll always have access to your contracts, your waivers, and all of those things.
Yeah. So I think the biggest thing during the rollout is Corey and myself trying to figure out the best way to just enter everybody's information into the new software. But take a few minutes. I'm sure once we get the first 5 done, it'll kind of start making sense and rolling out.
Yeah.
So it actually wasn't too hard to switch Liz today. So, all right, that's all I got. Jason, you got anything else?
Nope. Just be patient. Like anything with anything change, I'm sure there might be some things that come up that are unexpected. We'll work through them as best we can, and hopefully it'll be seamless. But
I'm sure we'll find something and be like, man, I wish it did this, or SugarWOD was better for this, or whatever. But I mean, that's part of it.
It's just different.
Yeah, everything's different.
I always say it's not wrong. It's just different.
That's correct. All right. Well, we're excited.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. That's all we have for episode 48. It was a quick, short one.
As always, let us know if you have any questions. We'll love to chat with you guys about it, and we're going to go through this together, and we'll walk you through. So everybody will be switching together.
Love it. Stay classy, Harbor Park.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Anchored at Harbor Park CrossFit. If you would like further information about our programs, visit www.harborparkcrossfit.com. We hope you'll tune in next time.